Welcome to the Take Flight podcast, where self care is your passport, self love is your carry on, and purpose is your destination. We're your hosts. I'm your girl, Paris.
And this your boy, Steve.
Hi, and
And
I'm Brenda from Tasting
look,
Colors.
we got a new my bad, we got you. We trying something new today. And we bringing on people that do that's entrepreneurs. And I have a wonderful guest on here today. Her name is Brenda. And tell them about what you do, Brenda.
I do desserts, I do baked goods, all types of stuff like fruit platters, dessert tables, cake pops. I'm based out of Coolidge, but I'm everywhere in Arizona, honestly.
Yep. Yeah, I met her at what it was a sundress thing.
hmm
And definitely had one of her cookies. Definitely snuck one in my pocket. Definitely was chewing on it. So I can definitely vouch that they are good. But we're gonna get right into it. The reason why we have this thing is to one, get entrepreneurs more exposure, and just to help other people that are watching that wants to start. Maybe they want to be a baker or an entrepreneur and see how you kind of started it, and it works for you, so they can build their confidence up. So. But we're gonna get right into the questions. But I want to know. You said you do name the list of things that you do.
I do like charcuterie boards, I do tres leches, banana pudding, cake pops, dipped treats like Oreos, Rice Krispies, pretzel sticks, like anything. As far as baking, I can do it. I'm not really scared to like approach anything or try something new. I can do it all. And I mean, that's me just being confident, but I really love baking and I have a passion and I have never had any bad complaints.
Nice, awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about your business. Like, what is your business name? When did you get started? And what is your favorite thing to bake?
So my business name is called Tasting Colors. My favorite thing to bake right now is I do a really great blueberry cobbler.
Yeah.
It's been my favorite since I first made it. Um, as far as my business goes, I just started in October of last year, and so that makes about 7 months in business. And I started off a little rocky. And it was really difficult because being from the East Coast and then coming to like the West Coast is definitely, hard, especially when you're alone and you don't know nobody out here. So
Mm-hmm.
it was really hard to get into this, but I go to church. So my church always told me like, hey, you should start a business or like your baked goods are really good. And I'm like, I don't know about this. Like, I don't know if I want to actually do this. So I prayed on it and I just, I jumped full on into it. And since October of last year
Mm-hmm.
to now, I have made a net profit of 500 plus
Awesome.
from starting at negative 12. So very quickly for me, I found out like what works and what doesn't work and like what
Mm-hmm.
people like. And, I found my audience very quickly. And it was, again, it was hard to start because like I didn't know nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And, not being from here, you don't expect people to support you
Mm-hmm.
as, where you're from. You're like, okay, well, I know these people. But honestly, branching out and moving to Arizona was probably the best thing that I did because I have people like you guys who are supporting and you don't know me from like a can of paint. So the support is definitely real and I don't think people should feel like discouraged to start their own thing because
Mm-hmm.
why not profit off of your talent? Why not, you know, capitalize off of something that you love doing?
Right. Exactly. That's awesome. I feel as though, like, when it comes to starting a business, a lot of times we get that voice in our head that says, what if we're not good enough, or what if no one purchased my item? But when you are able to combat that voice and really just invest in yourself and really go in, I feel like life really shows you how good you really are. And being in the food industry, especially at a time like right now, everyone is engaged in food. I'm seeing a lot of content online of people posting different recipes, different desserts, and being in a space where not only are you creating items on your social media page, but you're also able to sell them as well. And I'm sure they look just as tasty as they do on your social media page. So that's just an awesome way of starting in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, I think the most difficult part for me was just doing it
Hmm.
because, like you said, you have that mindset of what if it doesn't work, or, what if nobody buys my stuff? Honestly, I had to recondition myself because, like, again, if I would have allowed my thoughts to keep me hostage to the point where I didn't want to start something that I love doing, then I wouldn't be where I'm at now. And the fact that I was able to, hey, what if it does work though?
Right.
What if people really love your stuff? Like, to me now, from where I started, it just warms my heart that I have people who actually come look for me. They're like, hey, I didn't see you at that pop up. Where were you at? I've been looking for you. And I'm like, all right, okay. Like, I'm doing my thing, I guess.
Hmm.
So it's difficult, especially when you have that mindset of, the what if it doesn't, and what if it, they don't do anything and stuff like that. So it's definitely a struggle at first, but once you get into it and get into the like flow state, it's just cakes and cookies, as I say.
So,
For sure.
speaking on your mindset, based on where you started to now, what growth would you say you are at today? Like, are you still thinking those thoughts? Are you thinking differently? And if so, what is it that empowers you?
Honestly, I from where I started to where I am now, I am in a couple stores now. I collaborate with people all the time. And looking back and seeing the fact that, I started with like no tablecloth and like a little cake on a table, and like people were just looking and I'm just sampling, and I have people like, okay, this is good.
Hmm.
To now, where I have people calling me, looking for me, I'm booked all the time. It's it's honestly my community. It's not me. It's my community, because if I did not go and network with these people
Hmm.
and, reach out and be like, "Hey, I would love to collab. I think that we could do something great together." I would not be where I'm at because those people allowed me to express myself in an artist form of baking,
Hmm.
and they allowed me to collaborate or be in their stores. It's just a beautiful thing because, like, sometimes you don't get that support, or sometimes you don't have that community. So to me, community is very important, especially like networking and keeping your faith and just staying 10 toes down.
Definitely, definitely.
I gotta ask you something. What product what product for you is the most profitable?
Honestly, I have three favorites right now, which is my cookie butter tres leche, my banana pudding, and my cake pops are winners right now. They are my most profitable, and I literally have people like, when they try it, they do like the whole roll their eyes back, make the commentary like, "Damn, this is good!" Like, and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I know it's good."
For sure, for sure. If now I'm gonna see where your mindset is. If uh, give or take, I'm gonna say if someone was to give you $5,000 to grow your business, what would the first thing you do with it?
I, the first thing I would do I would take 2,500 and I would put that away. I would take the other 2,500. I would get a conventional oven. I would get, I would stock up on all my supplies, and then I would take 500 and use that solely for marketing and networking other businesses.
Nice. I think that's great that how you broke it up because when it comes to business, we as business owners, especially starting new, forget that we have to put money into marketing. Of course, it's important that when we make that money that we put it back into our business versus going shopping and getting things for our personal sales because that's where we're able to scale more and add more ingredients or
Right,
introduce things into the business being able to just use that money versus personal money out of your pocket.
right. And I think that's where a lot of business owners like start to struggle at because
Hmm.
a lot of us, realistically speaking, like if we were to get that lump sum amount, we're like, oh, we're going shopping. Like, no,
Hmm.
realistically speaking, as a business owner, I know that that's not play money. I know that's for me to put it back into my business and put it back out into the community. And that would be the right thing to do because who would I be if I wasn't supporting others as well? Because people have supported me. It just wouldn't be right.
That's why I made it specific. I was like, because that's why I was trying to figure out how to word it because I didn't want to be like someone just giving you 5,000. No, but someone's giving you 5,000 for the business.
Right,
You feel me? It's not like it's not like spending on whatever money.
right,
Kind of
right,
like business credit type stuff. So
right.
for sure, for sure. You follow my page. Um, you follow the Anybody's Food page, and
Yes.
that's my business. And if I had 5,000 to invest into mines, um, I would get like stock up on needles,
Right.
get a whole new machine, probably get a chair, another chair, a different chair. Yeah, just and really like I probably put a lot of that into promoting on Instagram and stuff like that, so I can reach more people. So for sure.
Yeah, I would say same. If I was to have 5,000 for my business, I would invest more into my marketing because right now the way I have it with my materials, I can easily get my materials in within a day or two based off of an order coming in and then ordering the supplies. So
Right.
I'm grateful for not having to just stock up on so much stock in the beginning. But I'm noticing it's all about getting your eyes on your product because you can have an amazing product, something that people want, but if no one knows it's available for them to get, then you pretty much just plateau in this one area. So yeah, definitely going into that marketing piece, but strategically knowing who my customer is and
Right.
how to run my ad so that I'm reaching them and not just everyone, so that it can make sense. Because I'm learning it's important to set these budgets and set what you're trying to get in return of that budget to see if it's successful. Because a lot of times you can easily spend money, but not knowing if you're in the green still and if it was a successful launch or a successful marketing campaign.
Right, right. I think another thing is like for me because I do like farmers markets and pop-ups and stuff. For me, it's all about engagement as well. Like
Mhm.
he's seen when we were at that one event, like I wasn't just at my booth, I was everywhere. I was talking to people. I was, showing people my work and sometimes, networking is also your best friend because you meet people like how I met him and they give you that opportunity to blossom and I think that's a beautiful thing. Like I was telling him earlier, like I love what he does because he's putting that spotlight on small businesses or other people and that's just getting new eyes on it and allowing you to become your full potential.
Right.
And let
Exactly.
me
Yeah.
a- let me ask you: Is this your passion, or is this something that just felt right for the
Or
moment?
hobby.
It was a hobby, but I fell in love with it because honestly, the joy that I see on people's faces when they have that little glitter in their eye and they're smiling and they're like, this is so good. Like, it honestly, like, I get giddy. I get like fangirlish, and I'm like, stop. you know, don't do that. Don't make my head big. Like, but I love it. I can't get over it. To me, it's just the best thing in the world. It's not for money either, because like obviously every business runs for money, but for me, this is more seeing how people enjoy my product.
Hmm.
That's dope.
So where,
Um, no, you,
all right. So where you at right now? Where do you see yourself at the end of this year, and from this year, where do you want to go by the end of next year?
So I think at the end of next year, or excuse me, at the end of this year, I see myself having my own customized tent and just a better flow of my setup, because I am a new business and I'm just putting myself out there. I definitely see myself having more people reaching out, definitely in more stores, collaborating with people. And by hopefully next year, I am trying to aim for a storefront so that I can do it for myself, but also be a host spot for other businesses that also
Hmm.
do things.
Nice.
yeah.
Awesome. With your product now, are you wanting it to just be off your name, or are you open to doing like partnerships, maybe where it's a food truck, they offer desserts and it's your dessert?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm in a coffee spot right now, called Boulevard Coffee, and I do strictly cake pops for them. Occasionally, she'll have me, do other things. I'm in also in Meats and Sweets.
Hmm.
They're like a little spot that I said earlier where they host other people. So, definitely, I have no problem collaborating. Even I have in talks of being in a store in Phoenix. That's in the works. Hopefully, we get that locked in. Um, and definitely, I do theme packets. So, like for example, for Boulevard Coffee, like I do like coffee themed cake pops, and for the other meats and sweets, like I do cake pops and my cakes and my banana puddings. For this spot in Phoenix, I'm thinking of doing, her name is Ladybug Lemonade,
Hmm.
and I'm thinking of doing like a ladybug theme cake pops for her to pair with her little lemonades. And I'm like, this is, the more you network and the more that you speak to people and collaborate, that's going to be your biggest thing,
Hmm.
because they're going to be the one to be, the catalyst almost. They're
Yeah.
going to be the one to push you forward and, give you that confidence to keep going forward.
Hmm. And I'm loving how you're personalizing it to the partnership that you have. So it's a one-on-one touch based on what your business need, and you're helping to make the needs work for you both. I think that's super brilliant.
Honestly, I feel like it shouldn't be any other way, because I mean, I could be selfish and be like, hey, no, only tasting colors, and it's only
Hmm.
going to be tasting colors products. But no, I want that to be able to, if we're collaborating, then that means that I have to also acknowledge your viewpoints and your feedback. And this isn't just me, it's a partnership. So who would I be if I didn't acknowledge that other person's feelings or feedback?
Right. So it could be a win-win or win-win relationship.
Exactly,
Hmm.
exactly.
What you eating on? What are you eating?
He just munching.
some pizza. Yeah, I'd be hungry. I promise you. That's why I'm like perfect time to talk about some food. You feel me? Um, one thing. Brenda, is your speaker against something like something hold it up?
No, does it sound muffled?
Because when we talk, it's like a little echo. It might be the whole bathroom, but it's not that bad. So
Yeah,
it's
I hear echo with you guys as well.
uh, check, mic check, mic check. It's whatever. But should we go right into the rapid fire?
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm
we can
sorry.
go into the rapid fire.
We're going to the rapid fire. I call this rapid fire Baker edition. Okay. Okay. And this one is just this or that. Just get one word answer, whatever. So sweet or savory?
Me, I'm savory.
Okay. Cake or cupcakes?
Definitely cakes.
Mhm. Buttercream or fondue?
Buttercream.
Um, early mornings or late nights?
Early mornings.
Okay. Custom orders or bulk baking?
Definitely custom orders.
What is one ingredient you can't live without?
That I can.
Can't.
Whew, that's gonna have to be eggs.
All right, all right. Do you feel like you undercharge or overcharge?
Whew, I this is controversial for me. I have people tell me I undercharge, and then people will be like, you're doing too much. So it's a honestly, I think I undercharge. I think I undercharge.
Most people do. Most people do. Price or quality?
Quality.
Okay, okay. Freedom or legacy? You think? Like you want to be able to
Freedom.
just do what you want to do? You feel me? When you want to, or I got to work 100 hours a week so I can do something for the future. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely
but,
freedom.
like that's what it is with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's when bringing up the overcharge and undercharge thing. Like, I be having both too. I be having both too, and that'd be crazy because it's like a tattoo. It's like I'm really undercharging for these tattoos. Like it's permanent. Like you pay
Right.
anything else for that's not permanent. And so I definitely understand. You know,
Yeah,
it's
like as
reality.
an artist and somebody who creates something, like that's your time, that's how you brand who you are.
Hmm.
So, if we're undercharging, we're basically knocking ourselves in the head for underpaid and overworked basically.
Exactly.
Let me see. Mm, I don't really have too much more questions. We learned everything about you. Like I said, you got a good review for me. You feel
Oh,
me? So
thank you.
that's a good thing. And the fact that you were even there to serve at the sundress thing it's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Because they only pick a certain people. Um, I definitely put your name in for other things too. Other
Oh
things that
yeah, I would appreciate that as well as you. I have a neighbor who actually tattoos. She kind of reminded me of you, and I'm like, all right, I gotta, connect them. So, because she's a new artist and she needs guidance, so I'm like, all right, if he's been doing this long enough, maybe they can, get tips and stuff from each other. But yeah, like it's
But I do actually got one more question. This is going to be a good
oh okay.
question. What's the cost of success that people don't see? What is it costing you for you to build this? That people don't see. They just all they see is person with treats. What are they not seeing? What it for you to what it takes?
What they're not seeing is the process behind doing my baking because half of the time I look crazy, hair in a bun, I got flour everywhere, I got stuff in the oven, I'm multitasking, I have stuff everywhere, my counters are like crazy, and they don't see the process and the time that it takes to actually sit here and create each cake or create each cake pop. So I think that's the biggest thing. Just even like for me, like having somebody seen that means being vulnerable and transparent, and that's what I aim for because if you don't see that process, how are you going to ever understand what it takes into my
Hmm.
art?
Right, right. Same thing for every business. Everybody want to be at the top, but they don't see the sleepless nights. Like what I'm saying, like
Exactly.
I've explained on my thing. Like even though I've been tattooing about almost 10 years, I still watch videos of other people, and learn how they do that, how they do this technique and stuff like that. It's that's the time I put into it. People, most people they only see when here's the stencil. They don't
Mm-hmm.
see. They didn't see the. I'm like people don't. I've literally spent like days trying to get a stencil exactly how a person wanted. Like
Yeah.
days, like you know what I'm saying? Like, but people don't see that.
No, yeah. For me, it's like sometimes it's 3 and 4 bake days, and that could be 12-hour days just doing stuff. So
You
it's.
can hold baker. You can hold because I used to date a baker, so she did cakes and stuff like that. So you're able to like hold that stuff. Like say like you got a batch of like 40,
Oh yeah.
and like you're able to like hold that in like a freezer or something.
Oh yeah, like if I overbake, what I do is I freeze some things. Like of course, like for tres leches, like I can't freeze the milk in it, but I will freeze the cake itself once it's wrapped and put away properly. So like that's kind of like a little cheat sheet for me too, like especially for cake pops, is that if I have dough left over, it's good up to a month. After that, I'll just toss it or give it to like my niece to play with because she's crazy about cake pops. My niece and nephew, they're like thinking about world domination for cake pops.
Yeah, I definitely, before I start this diet, I need to try this dos leches cake and this
Oh
banana
yeah.
pudding for sure.
I will make a little sample box for you and deliver it personally.
Oh, thank you. Yes. I was looking on your page and I'm like, okay, I gotta give this a try.
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna keep coming back. I will warn you.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was eating some cookies while we was. Now these fire. I don't know what they be doing to make them so soft, but you know what I'm saying.
Those are good. Those are good.
Yours, like I said, yours is good too, so it don't matter. But,
Thank
but
you. I appreciate it.
All
for
right,
sure.
Brenda. So let our people know, how can they find you and how can they purchase from you?
So I do have a website. It is tastingcolorsaz.com. I have Instagram and TikTok. That's the same name. It's tasting underscore colors with two S's. And then Facebook is just tasting colors. You can purchase through my website. You can message me directly. I have, party packages available, dessert tables, catering, anything you need, I'm able to do and, tailor to any specific theme that they may want or need.
You
Awesome.
feel me? Here we go, right here.
Okay, okay.
You can comment, make sure y'all follow. Let me see what she got on here. Okay, I see the cars. I got car. Okay, banana pudding. Okay,
hmm
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
so if you guys are in the Phoenix, Arizona area, make sure you get this a try. Get you some nice desserts from Taste and Colors.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it so much.
And this is Take Flight, and we're out of here.
Peace.
Now, like I said, I stopped it.